Guys. All right, everybody. How's everybody? I hope you guys have a good weekend. This is your series. It's Sunday, the April 12th, 2026. We're about to start our series, Invest Your Way to Financial Freedom. We are live on YouTube and TikTok every Sunday, 8 p.m. Central Time. And we are about to start our live. And we wish everybody a great weekend. Hopefully, you had a good week. Yeah, we're going to start this is our ninth video in this series, guys. Invest your way to financial freedom using our ultimate investment framework, where we use a simple investment framework based on maximizing your income while reducing your debt. So you end up with a positive net income. In return, you can use part of this to invest in liquid asset, and part of it you're gonna use positive debt to invest in illiquid asset like real estate. So if you don't know me, my name is Elboso from Combit Group. Our mission is simple. We want to simplify the business and investment world so everybody can get access to it, so you can become more educated to invest your way to financial freedom. We want to inspire the next generation of investors, so help us build that community. So be part of it. If you want to take your investment to another next level, this is the series for you. We go by realistic strategies. Make sure you subscribe, you follow us, and help us build that community of investors, guys. This is if you're about, definitely if you're about getting money, protect your money, invest your way to financial freedom. This is your series. So without further ado, we're gonna go straight into it. As usual, the series the way it is, we start first talking about what's going on this week, just past week, and what we hope for next week. What are we looking for at investors? And also we also share with people in this series three of our best stock in our portfolio. So we cannot tell you to invest in those stock, but we share with you those are the stocks that's working for us. Maybe they might work for you. You still need to do your investment. Still need to invest and educate yourself about those investment, but having the those having a little bit of understanding of what those company are doing, so we share with you so you can maybe after looking at them, maybe you invest in them too, but we cannot recommend you to do that. But we can only share that with you, what are the stock that are doing well in our portfolio. So yeah, and also we're gonna go after we share with you our three best stock for the week. We're gonna also talk about technical analysis today, guys. This is what the day trader is using. While we don't recommend people to go and day trade without knowing what they're doing, we do feel comfortable in this series to share with people the basic of day trading, which is technical analysis. So please make sure you are ready for this series. We're about to start again our ninth video, guys. This series is going along. We still got a lot to cover. We have, for example, next week we're gonna talk about, not next week, in 2 weeks we're going to talk about what they call how to invest in bonds. And also we're going to talk about we have for example, real estate investing coming up in a few more weeks. We have crypto investing coming up. So this series, it just started, as far as we deep in this series, but we still have a lot to cover, guys, so stick with it. So now, let's see. I have some people just joining. If this is your first time, I want to remind you this is your series, Invest Your Way to Financial Freedom, where we discuss all about business. If you're about your money, this is your series for you. If you haven't started your journey yet, if you just like working and thinking, oh, you know what, just working, I'm gonna be good. No, you have to start investing, guys. That's why we do this series every Sunday night, 8 p.m. Central Time. So now let's get into it. For example, for this week, it just come past, it's still the main problem in the market right now is still the war in Iran, between Iran and the US and Israel. So as you can see, there's a lot going on with this war. This over the weekend, we have the president, the vice president of the US went all the way to Pakistan, 20 hours of negotiation, nothing came out of it. And as investors, we are looking this as more uncertainty, guys. This is the problem with this market right now. You're gonna have a lot of uncertainty because without the Strait of almost really open for trade coming in and out, we're still gonna have the oil prices going up. That's exactly what happened on Friday. The crude oil start, it closed at $89, and today when I just checked, the crude oil going back to 97, 96, $97. So we're expecting the crude oil price would be around $100 or more, in the next week. So that's because of those uncertainty. There is a ceasefire, but what's gonna happen next? That's why, as investor, you guys need to be paying attention to. And we see, for example, the average oil prices in the gallon prices in the US right now, it's not $4.10 or $4.17. So that's mean oil prices, guys, is not going down anytime soon. If we don't have peace, if we don't have the street open, guys, be careful when you invest. Be careful. Make sure you are pricing in that uncertainty. The oil price is gonna go up more. That's why we predicted, guys. This is not about going being politics. In this series, we don't do politics. We analyze geopolitics, which how politics affect us as investors. Because at the end of the day, we're not there to our feeling. That's not what matters. What matters is where the money is going. That's where we need to invest in. So definitely this week we see oil prices went down, but as soon there is no deal between the US and Iran, you're gonna see the oil price will go up more. That's what we predicted. And guess what? It's been so volatile this week, and until they find a really good consensus, we don't see this change anytime soon. So that's why, as investors, you got to pay attention to your oil stocks. We have been investing in Exxon. We have been investing, for example, in company like ExxonMobil. We say all the oil stock, they are going up, guys. Yeah, that was a little bit down, but stick with it. Invest in different stock. All those different stocks, as long as the wars continue, they're gonna go up. So with inflation, with for example, crude oil prices go up close to 100, we're gonna see more inflation. So that's mean for investors, the Fed won't cut rate anytime soon, guys. So we still got to take that in consideration. The economy is still fragile, so you still got to be careful out there. So also for this week, after President Trump said there was a ceasefire, what you see, for example, the S&P 500 was plus 3% this week. So that was a good news. And it's only last couple of days, guys. That's what make this very complex. You see, for example, the Downs positive 1,300,000 points. This is like crazy. Tech stock went up, but again, it was short-lived. It didn't last. So we still got to be careful as inflation might be re-accelerating. That's what, for example, on Wednesday, I think the CPI data show us there is a jump in the CPI data, which is about 3.2%. So that's highest in 2 years. So again, energy price are the main driver right now for inflation, and monthly inflation spike extremely high. So we still got to take in consideration inflation, guys. So inflation is not under control. Don't listen to anybody who's telling you something different. Oil, the bigger inflation driver right now. We got to be staying put. We got to be strategic, guys. This is the time that you got to be careful with the stock that you're buying. Make sure you buy stock that's gonna go up. The stock that's gonna go up, usually, like I mentioned, is the different sectors. We're gonna look at oil price, oils ones, and other stock that's especially gold. If you're not investing in gold right now, guys, you gotta be investing in gold. Make sure you have those stocks that going up. We're gonna share with you the stocks that are doing well, and if you notice them, they're mostly like in gold. So the big picture team for this week, that pass, energy equal the economy, oil disruption impacting inflation, consumer spending, supply chain. This is becoming a global economy shock. Fed say economy is still strong, but oil shock could delay inflation fight. Market now pricing possible cut rate later this year. So we are talking about coming in the year, probably like 2 3 cut from the federal government. But now guess what? We only probably have one cut from federal government. So that's mean, we don't know where this economy is going, guys. Don't listen to anybody who's telling you they go on those, you know, they go talk to those top shows, economics top shows, acting like they know where the economy is going. Nobody knows where this economy is going. But guess what? Smart investors are stay put. They are making sure their portfolio is more than ever diversified. Now more than ever, you cannot be sleeping and give your money to those guys to invest. You got to be in the market, guys. You got to be pay attention to those news. Do yourself a favor, be educated more on what's going on, and that's how you as an investors can protect yourself. So now going to next week. Next week is gonna be an interesting week because we have earnings starting this week already. We see some stock, some companies already reporting, but this week the main part of the economy is gonna report is the bank, the big bank like the JP Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, Goldman Sachs. They will be reporting earning. So what that means for us, as investor, it has to do with consumer and retail. Especially you want to look at, with those bank reporting, you also want to see interest rate, how this impact with the Federal Reserve. It's still the key driver. Bank, you want to see net interest margin consumers. Credit stress in their report. Is there a lot of credit stress going on? So definitely the bank reporting will give us an understanding where the credit stress is going on. So what is the net interest margin consumers are doing? So also we also have consumers in retail like the healthcare companies who are reporting this week, like United Health Group, Johnson and Johnson. That's very important. So definitely we want to make sure those companies, what are they reporting, is telling us how the investment community in healthcare is going. And also we have tech, semiconductors like ASML, which is like focused mostly in AI demand. Outlook for semiconductors is going to tell us the sector recovery. So having this report from ASML this weekend is telling you how, this AI boom, is it still continue? Are we still gonna be investing in the AI trade, or is the AI trade is already phasing out this year? If it's gonna get worse for people who are investing in stock like semiconductors, for us at Combi Investment Group, we have to take a big downsizing in our investing in a AI stock. We had to, because there was too much risk going on with geopolitics, especially with China. But now we see some stress in that sector, AI. So definitely, if we got a positive report from ASML, it's gonna tell us is the AI trade is out there. If we still need to continue to take it in consideration. But the best thing you can do, even if you believe in AI, we still got a position in AI trade. We still believe in it, but we're not gonna invest that much money in those AI companies. So we had to downsize to protect our portfolio. So now let me share with you our three best stock that past week that we had, in our portfolio. So the first one, this is so far, I believe, our best stock in our portfolio this year. It's the company that's called Aura Mineral. It's the sticker is AUGO, AUGO. Last week, it was up 31%. But this week, guess what? It's still up 16%. So it's a Canadian multinational. They focus on gold and copper. Mainly, they're operating in Honduras, Brazil, and Mexico. So this stock for us was the best stock last week. So far, it's continued to be the best stock for us. going to this week, just past week. So I'm hoping, because of geopolitics, because of the problem with oil and all the stuff, this stock gonna go up, guys. So if you haven't investing in it, please do yourself a favor, look it up and do your fundamental analysis to see if it's the stock that work for you too, for your portfolio, because it have been working for us. So it's definitely, we are paying attention to see, because every time there is problem in the economy, guys, people gonna start investing in gold. That's why you see price of gold is going up, and I don't see it going down because of so many uncertainty that's going on in the market right now. So now going to another stock that's been working for us is SNDK. It's definitely, it's AI related stock. It was 16% last week, but it's 18% more this week, just passed. So definitely we see a uptick in the stock. So definitely you want to be paying attention to this stock. The third stock that worked for us this past week is Apply Material. Apply Material is, the ticker is AMAT. It's up 13% this week. As you can see, there are a lot of money to make in in this market. If you stay invested, don't panic, readdress. The stock market always gonna be rewarding you guys. So make sure you are pricing in all those volatility, but diversify your portfolio. Make sure you're investing in gold, investing in those asset that have nothing to do with the geopolitical risk that's going on in this world. I know it's hard, but that's why I invest as investors. This particular week where there's a lot of volatility in the market, you need to be more active, more proactive in your trade, more pending on what's going on in the market. And that's what we do every week. We bring to you what happened, and also what you can expect, so you can better prepare. So now we're gonna go to another topic right now. So now we're gonna talk to we're gonna definitely go into the main topic for this particular series today. It's technical analysis. And talking about technical analysis, guys, this is what the traders use. It's reading charts to know when you go in and out of the trade. Not showing it to you guys, it's very difficult. That's why not in anybody, it's very difficult to even teach those things. eh, Teach technical analysis live. Almost nobody is doing that, because it's easier to record it and show people the the how you go in and out trade. But for this series, guys, technical analysis is part of what we want to share with you. We want to share with you the basic. It's not teaching you how to trade. We want to teach you what are the concepts, that what are the things that you need to focus on as you go on to learn more about technical analysis. So I still feel like it's a lot of value when you come to start investing by doing day trading. So it's still very important for us to share with you the basic as you go. So for that, I will say, if you want to learn more about how to day trade, you want to focus on those courses that are going to give you the fundamental. Mostly, you can have, for example, we are not sponsors by those company, but I think Swab Coaching is one of the best. Um, Technical analysis, they have one of the best technical analysis program. And also you have a lot of free YouTube companies that show you how to day trade. For example, I have one that I've used a lot, which is SMB class. It's on YouTube. This is all free, guys. So if you want to learn technically how to day trade, you want to look at those YouTube channel. They show you how things goes, and show you the actual charts, how to read them. But for us tonight, our objective is not to teach you how to day trade, because it's almost impossible to day trade, teach you how to day trade live. So we want to show you what it is about, what are the fundamental, what to look for, how to start, what you need to take in consideration. That's what this series is about. So now let's go through it. For a recap, so now today we're talking about technical analysis. For the past two Sunday, we talk about fundamental analysis. Fundamental analysis is focused on business, long-term investment, revenue, profit. It's what to buy. But technical analysis focusing on chart. It's short-term trading pattern. You're using pattern, you're using indicator. It tell you when to buy. So fundamental analysis answer, is that company is a good company to invest? Technical analysis focus on, is this the right time to invest? Because all you're doing, you're analyzing charts, you want to go in and out of the trade. You're not sitting in your computers for weeks and months watching chart. No, you're doing it every day. You in, you take a position, you take a position out when the stock go down. So definitely very simple concept, but we still got to share with you all the fundamentals about technical analysis. So let me tell you, let me ask, if you if you sometime you have ever bought a stock and right after that you bought it, it dropped or sold it too early, and then watch the stock skyrocket. That's not bad luck. That's because you are investing without reading the market. Today, I'm going to talk about how to read chart like a professional so you don't stop guessing, so you can stop guessing and start making calculated decision. Stay until the end. I will show you a simple strategy you can use immediately. So, what is technical analysis? Technical analysis is definitely simple. The study of price movement using charts. So, all you're doing is looking at the charts and see when it's going up, you take a position before, when it's going up, you sell. When it's going down, when we turn to go up, you buy. So you buy when it's low, you sell when it's high. So a lot of people make that mistake. They wait when things are high to buy. That's very wrong. That means you don't understand the fundamentals of technical analysis. Definitely, it's a simple procedure. You buy when things are low. That means you see it's low, it's going down, it's going up now. That's why they call it a reversal. You wait when there is a reversal, you buy. And when it's going high, you have your profit margin, you make your target prices for exit, you exit out. So the key thing to remember is price reflect everything. In the price, you're gonna see news, emotional, fundamental included in the prices. But also you have to take in consideration pattern repeat, because human psychology repeats. There's gonna be a lot of pattern when you're looking at the charts to understand. So a simple analogy is, it's like reading body language instead of listening to words. So definitely you are looking at pattern and try to understand how those patterns reflect on the prices. So in technical analysis, what are the different charts? Main charts in technical analysis are line charts. Very simple. It show closing price, good for beginners. So as a beginners, you might want to use a line chart. A bar charts, for example, it show open, high, low, and close. And also a third chart that I use personally, most of the day trader use, is the candlestick chart. It's the most important. Why? It's used by professional. So when you look at a candle chart, for example, the green is when the price went up. The red is when price is going down. So each candle tell a story of buyers and sellers. Guys, this is important. You want to make sure you understand when you look at the candle charts what is telling you. It's communicating to you what the price movement are. So make sure you understand what it's telling you. So now, when you look at the charts, you know, one thing you want to pay attention to, which is the most important concept, I think, is the trend. The trend is your best friend in the market. So you want to make sure, it's like the trend is going up. You want to make sure before the trend go up, You get into it first. So that's why when you look at a chart, you want to understand the trends. So what type of trends we are paying attention to? For example, you have the uptrend. You have the uptrend is when higher prices, higher lows. The downtrend is lower highs, lower lows. So that means it's going down. Things are just going down. Another trend, it's consolidation, is when it's like zigzagging. That's what they call sideways. So when the chart is zigzagging on one side, it's like a zigzag. You'll see it. It's called consolidation. Price is not moving too high, it's not going too down. It's staying in what we call support of resistance. We're gonna explain that. But this is a concept of consolidation. It's not moving past those or limits. So rules that you understand. Never fight the trend, guys. For example, if market going up, look to buy opportunities. So, before it's going too high, you have to make sure you also take in position before it's going too high. So if it's going down, be cautious or just exit out. A lot of traders are when you day trade, guys, the problem with day trading is the emotional psyche part of it. A lot of people are not trained enough. They think like going to day trading, you're just gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna make a lot of money. But the psychology part of it, people don't really share it with you. And that's not something like really you can really teach a person. You have to practice it. A lot of day trading, you're gonna endure a lot of pain before you really build your psychology when you become a day trader. Because trust me, a lot of time you might have like a position, things are going up, and then you keep buying, but you forget the basic. You forget to look at the trend. Before you know it, you lose all your money. And guess what? This is normal, guys. I can tell you how much money when I first started day trading. I cannot tell you how much money that I lose just by not understanding those trends, not building that psychology stamina that I need at the beginning. Not having that, it was cost me a lot. But that's what happened when you start day trading without really a real plan. That's why we're doing this series, guys, to give you the fundamentals. It's not I'm teaching you how to day trading tonight. That's not the part of the series, but it's telling you what's involved in day trading. You go on YouTube, a lot of time you see all those YouTubers, all those traders, they talking about $1 million that they did and all the stuff. But how much money do they lose just not having at the beginning? A lot of people don't even share that to you, and they still lose a lot of money in a regular basis. A lot of them are losing money, but a lot of them are lying to you guys. I'm gonna tell you, day trading is not for beginner investors, guys. That's why in the series we discourage anybody who just starting day trading, just starting investing, day trading. Please stay away from day trading. You start day trading after you build your stamina when it comes to fundamental. You understand what investing is. You've been reading, you've been doing your job, you understand companies, you understand investing in stock, diversification, you understand those ratios, what your return on equity. Like as investors, you know this concept. So if you got those concepts down that we've been talking about for the night, like now is the ninth video. If you master those concepts we talk about, then you can involve in day trading, guys. So the powerful thing is amateurs predict. Amateurs investors are trying to predict market, but professional as day trader guy, when you become really serious about day trader, what you focus on are the trends. What is the trend? Where I'm gonna position? Where I'm gonna put my entry level? Where I'm gonna exit? And you cannot be greedy when you are looking at the trend. If your target is $100 for that day, guess what, guys? After you pricing your exit time, when you hit that $100, do yourself a favor, exit out of your trade. And a lot of people don't do that, and by the time they know it, they don't have a stop limit. They just don't program for it, and market go down and you lose all your money. Don't be that person who make those mistakes, guys, because you didn't prepare, because you didn't understand what day trading entail. And that's why we are telling you today. Make sure, guys, before you go into day trading, you understand this concept we're talking about. So now we're gonna talk about a very important part of day trading that I mentioned: support and resistance. When you look at, if you guys don't know about support and resistance, I can tell you, you got to go and research it, read about it, go on YouTube, type support and resistant day trading. What is it? This is where the real money made. What is support? Is the price level when the stock stop falling. So if you see the stock, is the price is going down, when you're looking at the chart, the price is going down, but when you get to that level, then it stopped falling. That's what we call support. And it goes down, boom, he hits support and go back up, what we call the reversal. So the support is very important, because guess what? If we break the support, that means this trade, you better get out. It's very difficult to go back up after it breaks support when in a day trading. So definitely really make sure you understand what the support is, where it is, and you put a line in the support so you can make sure if it goes below the support, you sell, you exit out. So, but also when you look at support, if it was going down and then it break up, that's what we call reversal. So you wanna go in when you hit that support again up. So after you hit support, if it goes up, it does go don't go down. It doesn't hit a kind of pass through the support. It goes up. That's when you know that's probably a good entry level. So again, guys, do yourself a favor. Go research support and resistance before you go day trading. So now we are moving on with resistance. What is resistance? Price level where stock stop rising. Guess what? The stock is going up, but guess what? There is a level. The price go, it doesn't go up. What you're gonna do is gonna go down. That exactly what we call resistance. And it goes down again, it goes up. When you go to that level, it goes down. So that ceiling price is what we call support. So make sure you understand. No, that ceiling is resistance, guys. Sorry. The price level where the stock stop rising is resistant. So now how do you interpret that? That's the psychology of support and resistance. Support, buyers step in. When you see the stock stop at the support level, you see the stock going up instead of going down, that's when you buy. Resistant, when the price goes up, you see it reverse to go down, you make sure you take profit. You exit. That's your exit point, guys. So make sure when it goes up at certain level, you see it hit, it doesn't go down, it doesn't go up more, it turn, that's when you sell, right? So the best strategy is buy near support and sell near you see resistance. So the key phrase is buy low, sell high, but with precision. So there is a lot of precision get involved, guys. And those are skills that you're gonna develop after a while. People cannot teach you guys those things. I see a lot of people on the internet spending thousands of dollars for somebody to teach you. Yes, we can teach you the basic. We can give you the concept, but guess what? You're gonna have to practice. It take years. It take a lot of practice, guys, before you can even really master those concepts of resistance and support. And that's why I will suggest you, if you want to start day trading, guys, make sure you start very small. And you can do what we call paper trading, where you go, you sign up for free, and then you start trading like it's not your money, it's just paper. So that's why they call it paper trading. You train yourself, and you're gonna have to be like at least I would say for about 4 months. If you really like doing it every single day, make sure you train yourself for 4 months in paper trading. First version, a paper trading version, like I mentioned, it's like a fake money they give you, and then you stimulate if it was a real thing. It's not a real thing. You're not losing money, so don't be afraid to go in and start practicing. So make sure but at the end of the day, make sure you practice day trading on a paper version. So before you start really investing your money. But what I can tell you, there's some people in the trading community who are against this. They tell you that, well, until you really start losing money, that's when you really take it serious. While I don't know. Me personally, I will be cautious. Here in this series, Invest Your Way to Financial Freedom, we're not preaching you to take risks, really, like just invest and lose money. That's what I did when I start my investing journey. I don't want people to do that. But I understand that psychology will say, you know what? If you're going to start, so you might as well start trying to lose money, and then it's gonna make you stronger, and it's gonna make you like you're gonna be more careful later on. I don't believe in that theory. So before you go and endure that much pain, I would say be wise with your trading strategy. Start paper trading first, and then after that, you move on to actually invest your money in trading. It can be done, guys. Trading have been very good to me. Every single day I'm trading. But remember, I'm not just a trader, I'm an investor. I try to understand what's going on in the market. I read about financial report. I do both. I do fundamental, which is the fundamental analysis where I'm breaking down companies and stuff. But also I do look at charts to take position and day trade every day. So I think that's the best combination, because you're not just day trading and losing money. You understand the market, you understand the fundamentals. So that's why we encourage people to do both in this series. So now, one of the important tools that you need when it comes to a day trading, there's one thing that's called indicators. You're gonna need indicators. Indicators, what they are? They are tools, that you can use to help you understand prices, how they go, where they go, when to sell. That's why every trader is using. If you are gonna start trading, it's very important to use platform, for example, that give you good indicators. And one of the main indicators that I personally use, it's what we call the moving average. A moving average, what is it? It's a technical analysis tool that smooth out price data by creating a constantly updated average price of a specific period. So it show you the trend. It show you what exactly, when you look at the prices and all the stuff, the moving average show you the trend, what's going on over time. For example, there is what we call the 50 days MA, which is moving average, the 200 days moving average. You're gonna see a lot of traders talking about that moving average. Almost every traders I know of will use moving average. So if the price is above the moving average, guys, that's a bullish signal. If it's above the moving average, guess what? I am taking a position. I'm looking at that reversal above resistance. I can use the moving average as either a resistance. If it's above it, guess what? I am selling. No, I might take position, but it could be a reversal for me to go up, that the price is going up. You know, it's a bullish signal. If it's above moving average, I might take a position as if it's gonna break resistance, it's going up. So we got to be careful when how we use those indicators, guys. For example, now if the price is below the moving average, it can be a bearish signal. So that means things are going down. The trend is going down when it's below the moving average. So I might sell at that point. But if it's going above the moving average, is a bullish signal, I might take a position above that. But it's not necessarily say, it's gonna go up all the time, but it is the signal, guys. Don't just use those indicators just like, oh, you know what? Whatever I was reading in trading, they say if it's above moving average, I'm entering. No, that's not, it's not like you do it blindly. You still got to use other indicators to confirm what you're reading with one indicator. So it's not using one indicator, guys. You're not using one indicator. You're using multiple indicators. For example, another indicators that traders commonly use to, combine to make decision is also what we call RSI, the Relative Strength Index. The Relative Strength Index, guys, you're gonna see a lot of traders are using it. What it's clearly indicated is measures is momentum. Momentum mean it will show you how it's combine a lot of data to show you what the direction the trade is going. It's a very important indicator because why? It's take an average above 70, and then if you see the RSI, it's above 70 level. That means it's overbought. But now, what does that mean? When you look at the RSI, it's 50 is halfway through. If I'm seeing the RSI is going up, it's above 50, it passed 50, that means it's going up, up, up. Things are good. So I might take the trade, you know, above moving average. And also I want to check my RSI if it's going above 50. So if it's going that way, before it goes into 50, I might take the trade. So now, when the RSI is above 70, guys, guess what? Too many people are buying it. So now the trade is unlikely to go more up. So at that point, what's gonna happen? You're gonna see traders already selling, guys. Traders are selling above 70. So what I'm gonna do is I'm selling too. I'm taking profit. So now the opposite happened if the RSI is going below 30. So below 30, that what does that mean? So people are set oversold. So the trade went down too much. And if it trend down too much, guess what? The next thing is it's possible that it's reversed. You know, it's most likely it's gonna reverse. So when traders see a lot of oversold, people are gonna start buying because it's a good thing. So you buy when it's low. Remember the principle, guys. You buy when it's low, you sell when it's high. So that's what those indicators are telling us, guys. When it's cheap to buy and when it's high to sell. So the inside is overbought doesn't mean selling immediately. It's mean to be careful. So if I'm in a position, I'm seeing my trade is going below 30, I'm not just like selling. It all depends where I get it. If I get it but if I get in about like 35, and then it start going like it go back to being around like 30, 29. I'm still in the trade, guys, but it just tell me cautiously maybe it's gonna be a losing a trend for me. So I don't know yet, but that's why you don't use the key is you don't use only one indicator, guys. You use multiple indicators to confirm exactly what are you seeing. And another indicator that's very important to use is what we call volume. Volume shows strength of a move. For example, if I'm looking move like the volume, when I'm looking at volume index, if I see it's like a lot of volume, a lot of action coming in, my trade, like when I look at volume, is above 10 millions. Guess what? This is an active stock to trade because a lot of people are trading it. So if volume is like 9,000, like in the thousands, I'm not trading the stocks. So that's why it's important to know what stock are moving. Because as a trader, guys, we're not sitting there analyzing market. We all just there to know when to go in to make money and when to sell. So that's exactly what you're doing. So there is no time for you to be spending, to be analyzing. You just got to focus on your indicators. Make sure you're reading exactly what the market is telling you by using those indicators properly. So definitely you want a high volume type of stock to day trade. You definitely want a using your a moving average, and you want to use your RSI if you are really serious about your traders. Again, there's thousands of indicators. We don't know what, like, different traders, different style, they're gonna use different indicators, but those three indicators are the basic indicators. If you're day trading, make sure you use at least those three indicators, guys. So a simple strategy for me. Let me give you a simple strategy so you can start using today. For example, a step-by-step strategy will be: identify a trend, use your moving average, wait when there's pullback. Don't just go in. You got to, when you start going in your entry a point, you want to make sure, just because there is a tendency to go up, that doesn't mean it's gonna go up. A lot of traders will wait when it's go up, and then there's a little pullback, and then guess what? It's gonna go up again. That's why they call it a flag. So it go up, you wait for pullback, and if you see it going up again, that could be right there in that reversal phase. That's where a lot of traders will enter. So that's very important. So you enter near the support level. Remember, we say when it's low, when there's reversal near to the support, that's exactly, it could be an entry level indicator. And then what you do with that, you confirm it with your RSI. You confirm it when there is a lot of volume. If your RSI is above 30, you see it's going 35, you have MMA above your MMA, and also you got a lot of volume in the stock. Guess what? It's very good entry. It definitely is a very good entry. You can get a lot of profit from that trade. So, and when you're trading, guys, there is one thing that I really want to stress out. It's the make sure you have stop losses. I can tell you, when I start trading, guys, I never understand the stop losses, why it's so important. Because guess what? If you don't have stop losses and limits to your trade, you're gonna start leaving all your trade open, and guess what? The market can go down and then you lose all your gain. And that's a common mistake. If you are starting day trading, guess what? Not having a stop losses, it's very difficult to make profit when you don't have stop losses, because with the stop losses you are able to set the computer to tell them, at certain price I want to sell, at certain price I want to buy, no, I want to sell. That's what the stop losses is. It's avoid that you lose money from your trade. So make sure you're putting stop losses when you're doing your trade. So, for example, uptrend stock, pull back to stop, RSI need 40, 30, volume increase, you enter. So, definitely, this is the key principle. Risk management is more important than profit. So, again, doing your trade, you got to make sure you use proper entry a level. When you're entering the trade, make sure all your indicators are telling you this is a good trade. When you're leaving your your trade, make sure that you don't leave too early. So then you're gonna regret, because if you leave too early, then you're gonna lose a lot of money. So it's still a balance when it comes to risk management. If you This is one quality that I think is more important than actually making money in trading. For you to be good at it, it's understand the psychology, the risk management, that emotional maturity that you get from practicing, from learning the basic and countless hours practicing, guys. So I can tell you, most people lose money not because they are unlucky, but because they don't have a system. As a recap, we look at trend, we talk about support and resistance, we talk about indicators, we talk about good strategy. So if you master this, you're no longer gambling, guys. You are investing with intention. So that's very, very important. So if you enjoying this series, make sure you like, and make sure you let us know if you already start day trading. If you're really, what are your level? Please make sure you tell us in the comment. This is being a very challenging topic to really share with you guys, but I'm glad that some people really stick with it, because this is the fundamental, guys. We are teaching you guys the fundamental as you go along. You go to those channel, for example, swab and swab coaching on YouTube. You go to MSB, you're gonna learn those technical charts and all the stuff. But tonight, The goal is to get you the fundamental that you need as you go into those courses that you're gonna take from those channel. You're gonna understand, oh, okay, this is what he was talking about. So now let's switch to another phase when it comes to things that you need, essential things that you need to start day trading, guys. So what I want to say in this phase is, a lot of time I see a lot of people just online trolling, telling people, oh, why don't you start investing, why don't you start day trading? But a lot of them don't even know how difficult it is, what exactly, what is intel, and what are the tools, most importantly, what are the tools that you need if you're going to start day trading. There's a lot of tools that you need to really consider before you even start day trading. For example, now we're going to share with you all the essential tools and equipment that you need to start day trading. You know, so explain, one of the persons say explain indicator like SSI and moving average. Yes, we already did that. If you have a chance to really recap, we have our videos. This video, guys, gonna be online on YouTube. If you don't master those topic while I'm talking, you can go on YouTube, El Boso Bosando, which where we posted all our recording, so you can see them. So you're gonna, and also if you need more help with your day trading, guys, reach out to us. El Boso Bosando. You can email us elbosobosando@gmail.com, or directly on social media on El Boso Bosando at TikTok or on YouTube. We can go over those things with you. We can guide you through how to start your day trading. So that's not a problem. Reach out, because remember, this is about building a community. I don't care about being famous on YouTube or on TikTok, none of that. What I care about is building a community where investors, we're sharing knowledge, and you can take what we share with you, take it to the next level by doing your work, by having the basic that you need to get your way out, to invest your way to financial freedom. Again, shout out to everybody who stick to this with us. This has been a very difficult topic, but we are here. We are telling you what are the essential things you need in order for you to be successful in day trading. So as we mentioned, one of the most essential things, a tools that you need to day trade, is having a trading platform. This is your execution engine. Using the platform, guys, this is what you're gonna use in order to place your trade. So those platform, they call them mostly brokers. Those are the companies that help you trade. So most of the traders nowadays, one of the most common platform the traders will use is one that called Thinkorswim. It's what mostly you see it's by Ameritrade, it's Swab. So definitely, if you just starting day trading, Thinkorswim from Schwab is one of the platform that you can use. That personally, I use it too. So I think, technically, it's a good one, it's a good startup. But as you go along, you're gonna need to try different platform, guys. This platform that I'm talking about tonight, it's not like I'm get paid or I'm advertising, but it's just based on my experience. And if you want to make sure, if you are using a platform, guys, if you already start day trading, if you're using a platform that is good for you, make sure you drop it in the make sure you following. There's somebody saying, Bella, I'm already following you, can you follow me back? Yes, Bella. I hear you. All right, I'll make sure we follow you, Bella. Thank you for reminding me. No problem at all. If you follow us, we can follow you too, no problem. Definitely remember, this is a series, we're sharing things. Fully, if we want to follow. So if you want to make sure you want to share with us anything, we definitely will support you too. So definitely we want to make sure we follow you too, Bella. Yeah, so we were talking about the trading things you need to day trade. We're talking about using a platform. Like I said, Thinkorswim is one of the platform that we use. We also use what we call interactive brokers. It shows advanced, it's a little bit more advanced, you have low fees. And and as you go along, you're gonna need also something to track your your stock, the stock that's going up and down for the day. So one of the best, I will say one of the best platform for screening a stock, it's what we call Webull. Webull, we use it ourselves in our day trading to keep track on what it's stock that's going up and down. It's one of the most, I think, is the one of the best free a stock screener that I've seen so far. You know, there's plenty out there, but if you want to keep it simple, it tell you what are the stock that going up. Definitely, you can open an account with Webull. Definitely, we use it personally for for screening start, and also for charting. You know, there is like, if you want to look at chart, get better at it, it's, I think we advise you to try a trading view. Trading view is probably the best platform for looking at charts. For example, you got great chart, can connect to brokers, so you can use it to connect to your own brokers. So as you can see, guys, there's, as a trader, when you start day trading, you're gonna use a lot of different platform, a combination of platform, guys, because not all platform are the same. Not all platform, some platform are good in charting, like we say, for trading view. Some platform is good at just tracking what stock are going up, but when you try to put trade in their platform, it's very difficult. So that's why we use Webull. But for think of stream, which is a very more advanced setting sometime, but I think, you know, it's give you a lot, best, a good combination between placing the trade. You know, if you're doing the trade, it give you a lot going on, a lot you can do with just a placing the trade, and when you are actually gonna place the trade. But that's why, as day trader beginners, you're gonna have to learn how to use multiple platform as you go along. But the key is you need fast execution. You need a platform that's not too slow, because a lot of time, you know, there's platform that faster than other. You know, for example, one of the fast platform that a lot of trader use, it's what we call Lightspeed. It's a platform where your trade, you know, they go so fast, because remember, when you day trading, guys, you wanna be in and out. You know, every second count, guys. Microsecond, I would say, count when you day trade. That's why having a make sure you have a platform that can give you great fast execution. Because when things start going down, you out of there. You know, when things start going up, you in. You know, because every little second, guys, can be a big difference. So that's why it's very important your platform you're using, they have fast execution, and they also provide you real data. And one of the most important thing also that I think a platform should have is what we call hotkey. You know, hotkey is when you can just press a button and you execute multiple things. So it's help you to quickly entry and exit. So you can program your hotkey when you press it. For example, you can program it to buy 50 share. You know, when you press another one, it lets you just sell the 50 share at once. But if you have to do it manually, it can cost you money. So that's why hotkey for me, it's very important. Any platform you're using, you may make sure it got hotkey, guys. Okay, now we're talking about computer setup. You know, unfortunately, a lot of people, they don't understand. If you're gonna be day trading, you gotta make sure you have a good computer. You don't need a big, like, fancy computer, but basic computer, you really need that. You know, and also, you know, we do a lot of trade either on our MacBook or Samsung. You know, a lot of, you know, computer out there, they are decent. You know, if you want to look at minimum RAM, 16 GB SSD storage, reliable processor, i5 or better. So definitely, you know, we don't need the fancy $10,000 to place trade, day trade. So you can definitely have a decent computer and start trading. But one of the most important things when you get a computer that a lot of people don't really pay attention to is make sure at the beginning you might not need a lot of monitors, guys. At the beginning, if you're beginning trader, I will suggest just start with one monitor. It's fine, because at the beginning you're practicing, you're not like doing like 25 trade at the same time. But as you go along, you might want to add more of your monitors. For example, when I start, I was just trading on one screen computer. But as I become good at day trading, as I'm moving on, making more trade, 4 5 trade in a row, monitoring 4 5 trade on a single screen or computer was almost impossible. So that's why we had to upgrade our desk, computer desk. So we end up having almost instantly a four screen going on when we day trading. We probably do three, four trade at once because we are in and out multiple trade. So that's what you do as you go along. But at the beginning, you're learning, you're not making, big trade, you're learning one trade at a time. So one small computer is fine. But think about it, you really need to upgrade your monitors, guys, because as you go, you're gonna do more trade. So we will recommend a dual monitor, probably three screen. Make sure the charts is very nicely organized when it comes to your monitors. Have a system to put your charts. Has a system. For example, us, we have a screen for news. We have a screen for in and out trade. We have a screen for checking what stock are going up and down. So we have multiple monitor system that allow us to receive a lot of information that we need to place trade constantly. So we're gonna make sure you're watching the news, guys. A lot of movement in the price has to do with news. Sometimes you have a stock was going up 8:30 Central Time or 9:30 Eastern Time, and then you're like, oh my God, things are going up. The stock is going up. You're putting a lot of money in it, and you're happy. But guess what? During the day, there's a news coming up. The stock, boom, because of that news, the stock went down. But guess what? If you're not checking your the news, you're not paying attention to the news, then you're gonna miss out. You're gonna lose money. So that's why it's very important to keep track of the news also. Why is it matter? You need to see multiple things at once. You need to do it's a lot, guys. When you day trade, it's not that simple because you're accumulating a lot of news coming in and out. You have to be quick assimilating all this. That's why multitasking is very important. It's very important part of day trading. You don't imagine how many information you can absorb when you're day trading, guys. And it come as you get better at it. And if you need a very fast execution to day trade and take advantage of the market, that's require also having good internet connection. Definitely, we recommend you to have a high speed internet, especially fiber is considered very good. You have to have a backup connection. Definitely, you want to have a backup connection. Um, if for example there is some interruption with the light going off, stuff like that, how are you gonna be able to stay in the market if the light goes off? So you have to make sure you got that taken care of. Also, you want to make sure, for example, your wi-fi, if your wi-fi goes off, what's gonna happen? So make sure you have a backup plan. If you want to trade, you're taking your trade serious, make sure you got a backup plan, stop any interruption. So a important part also is charting tools. How make sure you got good charting because that's what you're looking at. When you're looking at the chart, you want to make sure the chart is giving you the best information you can. So a you make sure you really have the platform that provide you the best charting. Um, you must have, like we mentioned, your indicators. A So make sure you include your best indicators in your charting. Real-time news feed. Make sure also market move because market move fast, like we said. Day trading is news driven. So for faster news, we recommend some of those a website, for example. Benzinga. That's one of the specialty that they have. We also have Bloomberg Terminal that we use also. So it's more like for elite traders, but it's very expensive to have. But if you're really taking your trading to the next level, we recommend you to have a Bloomberg Terminal. Why? Because breaking news is impacting prices. So make sure you have those platforms. So market data, you want to make sure in your charting, in your platform, you have what we call level two and time and sell. Those are the part of your charting that included. It shows orders flow, buyer and seller. It show you how many buyers in, how many sellers in, so you can see real time what the volume of selling. If you see a lot of people selling the stock, so you know you might have to exit, you might get your profit. So if you see a lot of people buying, you might want to get in. So for those type of things that include level two and time and sell, so for those things, you want to have the platform like TechStream, Interactive Broker. Those are the ones that really have those good level two. So you might want to use them as you're doing your trade. Definitely adding and understanding level two and time and sell a segment of your of the charting. It's what separate beginners from serious traders. Serious traders don't just check the chart, but also they look at level two and time and sell. But also now, one of important things to consider when you're gonna start day trading. This is very important. What I call it, it's capital. Realistic expectation. So before you go and start day trading, guys, you want to make sure you have some money saved for that. So I will say a minimum 500 to $2,000 to start. Let's say you spend month, you practice your day trading on paper. So now you're ready to start investing and put money in your day trading, practicing real life. I will suggest you to start very small to protect your capital. One thing you don't want to do is start investing in day trading with all your money saved. Now, guess what? Things go down. And I see a lot of people do that. They come in, they listen to those trading gurus telling them they can make money, invest your your mortgage money in day trading, and guess what? They end up losing everything, guys, because they didn't understand. They didn't start small. They didn't use those mechanisms to protect their investment. So definitely, if you want to start day trading, I would say make sure you have your budget. Make sure you this is a budget, small budget you start with, and after you increase as you go along. So capital is very important to day trade because there is something that we call pattern day trading. Why is important? Why is pattern day trading? 2 day trade, it's expensive, guys. When you start day trading, you start small, you are learning. But as you go up, as you want to make money, you're going to have to invest more money. You're going to take more risk. Guess what? Because a lot of people have been before taking so much risk and losing so much money, not knowing what they supposed to know and not being responsible, the government have created what we call pattern day trading. What is pattern day trading? You become a pattern day trader if you make more than four or more trade within 5 business days in a margin account. And those trades are more than 6% of the total trade. So if you just investing without putting $25,000 in your account all the time, you're gonna end up into problem, what we call pattern day trading. So if you start trading, for example, at 10 a.m. and sell at 2 p.m., that's exactly considered one day, one day trading. So the government put what we call pattern day trading. So people don't go crazy and start day trading without really have enough money. But on the other hand, you can say not a lot of people have $25,000 to put in day trading. But you shouldn't put 25,000 at first. That's why you got to put small. You do couple trade, couple days a week, and then you start doing that, and then you practicing first. Then when you become good at it, then you're gonna have to put 25,000, keep $25,000 minimum in a somewhere in your account, so you can never go lower than 25,000. So that's very important. What happens if you break the rules of pattern day trading? Your account will be restricted for 90 days. And if you continue doing it, you might end up losing your account, because the government don't want you to day trade if you don't have 25,000 minimum to keep during the day. So the rule applies, the pattern day trading only apply for margin account. I think we review already what margin account is when you can borrow money. So if you have a margin account, you definitely want to keep 25,000 K minimum in there. So, but to avoid day trading, you can have what we call a cash account. That's the account that we recommend if you're gonna start day trading, you start with. So you're gonna put couple $100 in. It's a cash account. You can start slowly practice or invest in your day trading. It's it's lower trading flexibility, but it's a safe way to start day trading, guys. And another important factor to consider when you day trade is trading journal. It's very important that you keep a journal, but a lot of traders, a lot of people who start day trading don't even have a trading journal. Because why? The trading journal, it's help you track everyday trading, what your exit was, what your entry, what's the reason you take the trade, and you can learn from the mistake you made. So that's very important. This tool help you do like your own analysis of your own behavior, the psychology of investing. It will help you build that psychology, because you can go back and reflect on your trade. That's why we encourage you, if you're gonna day trade, make sure you have a trading journal so you can review it every single day. So the tools that you can use for trading a journal, you can use some platform like TraderSync, Egg1. This is how you actually improve, because you can always look back on your trade and evaluate and keep going. So for strategy, we say without you're gonna make sure you have a good strategy and put in consideration risk management. So without these tools, that you are useless, because all you need is risk only 1 or 2% per trade. Always use stop loss, guys. So don't do what we call revenge day trading. It's when you start losing money and then you get so frustrated and you go back and it putting more money, hoping that you're gonna make more money. So that's really what it come down to. That psychology part you need to build. Make sure you avoid what we call revenge day trading. So overall, look at the trend over time. Don't analyze just 1 year. Compare 5 years. While you're day trading, look for consistent growth. Make sure you look at how things are going. So when you look at the trade, the chart, make sure you see that really define reversal and the things are going. For beginner setup, I will say keep it simple. If you're just starting, you just got one laptop plus an external monitor. You might want to use Thinkorswim or TradingView. If you want to start with those two, you have basic indicators like MA, RSI. We talk about, keep it investing a small capital as your entry capital investing. Uh, Most beginner think you need more tools. I wouldn't advise that. I think at the beginning, like I said, keep it very simple. The truth is, what you really need, most importantly, you need discipline and consistency. A lot of traders going in and they are quitting the moment that they gonna start losing money. They're already quitting. Day trading, guys, is not for the quitters. It's for people who's gonna consistently improve, consistently understand. You're gonna lose, guys. Don't sit there and thinking it's all about fun and making money. You're gonna lose. There's gonna be a lot of pain involved, but you have to condition yourself to stay disciplined and consistently going through it. Start with paper trading, then go live with small size. That's always come down to when you start day trading. So I hope that you guys have enough of this video. Like, you need to start really engage in day trading. So as it was very difficult to explain, but I think, for now, we give you all the basic concept that you need to start day trading. And I hope, you know, as you go into this journey, you continue to invest in yourself. Invest every time in learning. Learning doesn't stop. Either you fundamentally trading or you're using technical analysis. At the end of the day, you're always investing in yourself. That's the most important investment you can do. It's the knowledge that you need, knowledge that you need to invest. So if you keep yourself learning those things, stick with the principles, good strategy, you're gonna be better off a few years later. So if there's still a lot to cover, I know, like, today was a very tough one to talk about, but we want to continue this series, guys. If you haven't followed us yet, make sure you follow us on TikTok and also on YouTube. We're gonna have those live series. We're gonna repost them on our YouTube page, so you can go back and learn if you something you're missing. And we're here to help. If any question, anything, we can always reach out to us. And for the next 2 weeks, I will be off. We'll be on vacation, so we'll be off, but we'll come back. We're picking up back on Sunday, the 3rd May, Sunday the 3rd. We're gonna talk about bonds. We still got a lot of topic left. We're gonna have talk about crypto as mentioned. We got real estate. Especially, I'm looking forward for the real estate part. As a real estate, commercial real estate broker myself, who love real estate. I definitely, this is gonna be a lot of fun when we come to real estate. But again, in general, this series is about learning. It's about sharing to everybody. I'm willing to learn from you two guys. If you have anything to share with us, make sure you let us know. Okay. So I'll see you on Sunday, May 3rd, and for a very important live. We'll be talking about bond investing, guys, which is investing, definitely is investing in debt, buying debt from either the government or private institution. So I hope you have a good week. Make sure you stay invested. I'll see you same place, same time on Sunday the 3rd. All right, take it easy. Have a good night.